name is Bill Hemmer. I started working at the Fox News Channel in August of 2005. Across the media landscape, it seemed as if everyone was reporting the same story the same way, and Fox came along and took that same story and flipped it 180 degrees. I think that's what makes us distinct. It's what makes us different, and it's what makes people watch us day in and day out.
Bill Hemmer, a familiar face on Fox News, has become one of America's most trusted news anchors through his commitment to on-the-ground reporting and relentless coverage of breaking events. Hemmer's dedication to journalism spans nearly 3 decades, having covered everything from the 9/11 attacks and the Iraq War to political conventions and natural disasters. His work often speaks louder than any publicized personal life, which has led to speculation over why he's never been married. Though his career has been rich with achievements, his private life remains largely a mystery to fans. He's occasionally been linked to high-profile figures such as model Dara Tomanovich, but these relationships didn't develop into anything long-term. Today we'll take a closer look at Hemmer's life, exploring why one of America's most eligible bachelors remains unmarried. Building a legacy in journalism.
I love sports, and I still love it today, and no offense against sports broadcasting in any sense, but I learned early that the learning curve dropped off for me, and there were only so many ways you could score a touchdown.
Bill Hemmer's journey into the world of journalism started with humble beginnings in Cincinnati, Ohio, but it quickly became clear that he had a passion and drive that would propel him. During his high school years, he was already dabbling in broadcasting, hosting a student-led radio show that allowed him to engage with peers and community members alike. His early experience in live broadcasting helped him develop essential skills in communication and timing. By the time he reached college at Miami University, Hemmer was fully committed to pursuing a career in journalism. He further honed his skills by studying broadcast journalism and immersing himself in media studies. After completing his degree, he didn't waste any time. His first significant role was at WCPO-TV in Cincinnati, where he began covering sports, a field that required the quick thinking and precision he had developed during his college years. Hemmer's passion for live reporting became evident to his colleagues and viewers who watched him rise from a sports reporter to a respected anchor. His dedication and tenacity in these early years marked him as a journalist to watch, attracting the attention of major networks. By 1995, Hemmer had secured a role at CNN, an opportunity that elevated him from a regional anchor to a national figure. His time there was transformative, as he took on a wide range of responsibilities, including covering breaking news, interviewing prominent figures, and reporting from the scene of major events. His tenure at CNN lasted a decade, during which he covered some of the most defining moments of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. His coverage of the 2000 U.S. presidential election solidified his reputation, especially with his presence on the ground during the Florida recount. This experience not only earned him a reputation for calm and reliable reporting under pressure, but also showcased his commitment to journalistic integrity. Nicknamed the Chad Lad for his thorough coverage of the recount, Hemmer demonstrated he could handle high-stakes situations without compromising the quality of his work. His dedication to reporting extended to international events as he covered significant stories from Afghanistan in the wake of 9/11, highlighting his ability to adapt and report on diverse global news. In 2005, he took a bold step by joining Fox News. He quickly became a fixture on the network. His transition to Fox wasn't just a career move, it marked a new chapter in his professional life. Hemmer became the co-anchor of America's Newsroom, eventually forming a successful partnership with Dana Perino. Their chemistry and professional camaraderie have turned America's Newsroom into one of Fox News' most trusted morning programs, where viewers tune in not just for breaking news, but also for Hemmer's clear, concise, and factual reporting style. His ability to remain steady and composed, even as he navigates volatile news cycles, has solidified his role as one of Fox's lead anchors. Over time, Hemmer's consistent work ethic and commitment to his craft have built him a legacy as a journalist who prioritizes truth and integrity, earning the respect and loyalty of his audience. Personal life and relationships.
All right, I think this is a question that everyone wants to know. How do you keep yourself looking so great and young?
Well, I like that question. So far, that's my favorite question.
Despite his high-profile career, Bill Hemmer has maintained an unusually private life, especially for someone in the media spotlight. He rarely offers glimpses into his personal relationships on social media or in public interviews, setting himself apart from many of his television peers. Hemmer's discretion when it comes to his private life has only fueled speculation about his romantic interests and personal choices. His 8-year relationship with Canadian model Dara Tomanovich from 2005 to 2013 remains his most well-known connection, drawing media attention largely due to Tomanovich's own fame in the fashion industry. As a successful model and brand ambassador for Chloe, Tomanovich brought a sense of glamour to Hemmer's life that contrasted with his more serious, low-profile public persona. Throughout their relationship, Hemmer and Tomanovich attended various events together, but they refrained from publicly sharing details about their lives. This low-key approach allowed them to maintain a degree of privacy unusual for a high-profile couple. Their split in 2013, which happened quietly and without public statements, left fans and media guessing about the reasons behind the breakup. The subsequent arrest of Tomanovich for a DUI shortly after their breakup sparked a wave of curiosity, as some media outlets began to analyze her social life and connections, including her past with Hemmer. For Hemmer, this relationship marked the end of any publicly acknowledged romantic entanglements, reinforcing his preference for keeping his private life private. His reticence to share personal details has become a defining aspect of his public image, aligning with his career as a journalist who prioritizes the story over self-promotion. A bachelor's life in the spotlight.
We're going to be tracking this throughout the evening because this is the magic number.
The secrecy surrounding Hemmer's private life has led to considerable public speculation, especially regarding his bachelor status. For a successful and well-regarded public figure, his choice to remain single raises questions, with fans and followers often wondering if his dedication to journalism might be the reason he's never settled down. Hemmer has alluded to the demanding nature of his job in past interviews, hinting that the unpredictable and intense schedule of a news anchor leaves little room for relationships. The constant travel, long hours, and emotional toll of covering high-stakes events make the life of a journalist uniquely challenging, and Hemmer's commitment to his career appears to be a driving force in his personal choices. The news industry requires an extraordinary level of dedication, especially for someone in Hemmer's position. His willingness to travel for major stories, whether it's the Iraq War, hurricane coverage, or political conventions, highlights his commitment to being where the news unfolds. His devotion to his career, often at the expense of personal time, suggests that Hemmer may have made a conscious decision to focus on his work rather than traditional family life. For many fans, Hemmer's choice to remain a bachelor reflects a dedication to his career that not everyone could sustain. In an industry where stability and routine are rare, Hemmer's focus on journalism has become a hallmark of his character, and his bachelorhood appears to be a byproduct of this lifelong commitment. A life of service. Beyond his journalism career, Bill Hemmer is also known for his dedication to philanthropic efforts and service to his community. Every year, he returns to his hometown of Cincinnati to host the George Niddle Memorial Bailey Place Golf Classic in honor of his grandfather. The event raises funds for Bailey Senior Living, demonstrating Hemmer's deep commitment to his family and his roots. He's also shown strong support for veterans, dedicating his time to causes that honor those who have served. Reflecting on choices. For Bill Hemmer, the newsroom has become more than just a workplace. It's a second home and a source of fulfillment. His professional relationships, particularly at Fox News, have become integral parts of his life. His long-standing co-anchor partnership with Dana Perino on America's Newsroom is more than just a working relationship. It's a bond of trust and respect built over years of shared challenges and successes. In a high-stakes, fast-paced industry, these professional relationships often stand in for the kind of connections that people usually seek in their personal lives. For Hemmer, the bonds he forms in the newsroom may fulfill many of the social needs that others find in traditional family relationships. The intersection of career, privacy, and personal choices. Bill Hemmer's choice to remain unmarried can be seen as a confluence of his career demands, personal values, and desire for privacy. His public image is carefully crafted to prioritize his work and maintain his discretion, allowing him to keep his focus on journalism to delivering the news with integrity without the distractions that often accompany a high-profile personal life. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Bill Hemmer's dedication to his career and privacy around his personal life is the reason he's remained single? Let us know in the comments section below.